I think that the number one cause of pain on a human's heart is lack of gratitude. I know that sounds odd and a bit far-fetched, but hear me out for a minute. Most things in our lives come and go, a lot like a wave that shifts with the tide. We move, we make friends, we make enemies, we gain and lose trust, we pass through wonderful moments and even horrible moments, questionable ones. For most of us, we associate loss and pain as a sad and horrible thing. When something slips through our fingers, we can't help but feel the empty hole in our lives where that once stood, or the way that it now holds us down. Once it's all said and done, and we're finally moved on from whatever it is that once covered us in darkness, we still feel it. But I have learned a truth, a small yet beautiful truth that will make my heart rejoice in even the most disheartening of times. The truth that if we are sincerely grateful for the things we love most in our lives, when we lose them or things go wrong, we can still function because we're simply grateful that we even had them at all. It no longer becomes a question of why they had to go. No longer becomes a fight to try and get them back or fix them. Instead, it's a warm comfort filled with God's grace. Because those memories are forever yours, you do not have to give them away or even let them weigh you down. You see, God's grace, along with gratitude, saves a broken heart, saves the mistakes we have made, saves us. Appreciate what God does for us. He gives us this gift that we truly should be grateful for. Grace. It's not something earned, it's something simply given to us. Although it's obvious that God's grace works through faith, yes, it also works in times of doubt, or even total disbelief. When the question of God's grace seems far-fetched or even not possible at all, there it is, still going strong and still pushing us forward. So when we look back on our lives and our hands drip across the fills of memories in our brain, we can stop and we can smile. Because through all of the tough times and the times that we were covered in darkness, God was there, giving us light. We still shine. The light that God puts in us doesn't go out. Nothing can put it out. God's light will forever shine. Have you ever seen darkness put out a candle? Never. Light wins. Light always wins. How are you going to let that darkness shape you? How is it going to change you knowing that you still shine through all the darknesses that we have in our lives? If you truly believe that this grace thing is real, that it's something we have through all of the darkness and all of the disheartening things that we have in our lives, doesn't that kind of change everything? How about thinking of it this way? How is this amazing grace of God going to shape you? How does it change you knowing that despite all the suffering, despite all the darkness, despite all the disheartening things that we go through, you still shine? I want you to do me a favor. Think of that spot on your forehead. That spot where God reaches down and touches you and claims you as His child. Never forget it. That is where He promises to protect you, forgive you, give you peace, grace, everlasting life, and love. He gives us that unconditional love that only Abba God can give us, where it takes your broken memories, all of your insecurities, all of your worries, all of your darknesses, and makes them light. Not only does He do that godly thing where He forgives us, but He also does that. Not only does He do the humanly thing where He forgives us, He does the godly thing where He just forgets it, because He's understanding of what we do and why we do it. And besides, isn't He kind of the creator of forgive and forget? Where am I? Because of that love and that grace that He gives us, we need not worry. We need to just shine bright for Him. Now be changed. Be new. Give Him not only your suffering and pain, but your thankfulness. Because together with God and His amazing grace, we can create hope, in peace. Amen.